Hey Camping Nation, welcome back. Like I said, I was going to get you a part 2 of this bad camping trip. This is enough to make a grown man cry. I literally felt sick to my stomach for 2, maybe 3 days, to where I was feeling physically ill. Some of you already know what's coming, but for others, yeah, we had a bad day coming back from the camping trip from Michigan, and we were back home 300 miles, and see that alleyway going down. That's how I enter this alley where I park the camper when it's here at the house. It's a tight turn. Sometimes there's a car parked there. Well, it started with that. Then that was my barbecue grill mount. And this all the way up here. Now, on this video, it's not really giving you much of a indication how severe this is. That gives you a clue. This is real indication. This was pulled out to here, all the way up to about here, maybe about up to here. Here, let's look at the pictures. As you can see, this is the van that got hit with the back of the camper, and those are the tire marks of the camper going up into the alleyway. I'd made it around that vehicle. Now, if you look down there on the left, well, excuse me, on the right is the van. On the left, you see those 2 red vehicles. The alleyway is right behind the second one. Yes, that one. So I knew it was tight and I was tiptoeing, but I wasn't tiptoeing enough, apparently. And here we go. This is dash cam. So I go left and then I cut around to the front of the van so I can have as much room to get into this narrow alley. Crank the wheel, and then right there I actually hit it and I didn't even realize it. I thought that the pin came out of the brake, the emergency brake. I hit the gas and I was like, no, emergency brakes aren't stuck. And then I look up in the backup cam and I see the van jumping around. So there is the main damage, and that's, now you can actually see how bad it is. It's pretty ugly. That entire back wall needs replaced. But on the good side, I don't think there's any structural damage inside. Now, looking at it from this angle, this is from the driver's side looking to the passenger side over the spare tire. And we're looking inside that hole again. It's very unhappy, very unhappy. That's the aluminum structure. You can see where the screws got pulled out, but that was the only damage. And then this is where I put it up together and taped it. Honestly, I'm still not sure if they're going to total this thing. Part of me hopes they do, part of me hopes they don't. I've gotten a lot of work done on it. I've covered a lot of the neglect from the previous owners, and I've covered modifications that I like. And to replace this, I don't know, I don't think we would get the same model. So then there's going to be the whole process of shopping and searching and just trying to figure out what model to get. And I really don't want to do that. We're 2 years into this. The aluminum framing inside of the camper is fine. Where the screws were ripped out, that's the only damage on the framing. The back wall on the outside needs replaced. Fiberglass it's actually fiberglass covered plywood. So that needs replaced, and then the trim and stickers and paint. A couple of lights, and the side door can be buffed out and be good as new. I drilled a couple holes and drove screws in to pull that back wall back into place, because as luck would have it, as soon as we got back from Michigan, the
long dry spell ended the very next day. And I had to cover that up and get it taken care of, seal it up so that I'm not collecting rain in there and getting mold. I feel like I let down the family. I feel like I'm just sick to my stomach. I know accidents happen. Keep on telling myself that nobody was hurt. Whatever. It's still a punch in the ego, I guess. Anyways, I'm waiting for a call from the adjuster, and regardless what the adjuster says, we're not going to be without a camper for the rest of the summer. So nothing is going to happen until October, maybe September. But we've got a lot of camping already scheduled, already paid for, and I'm not going to drop out for the season. Well, it's still usable, and we're going to use it. In 3 weeks, we're going to Indiana. In 3 days, we're going back out to our local campgrounds. Things are a little questionable as to what's going to happen. But after talking to the insurance company, I don't think they're going to total it. These are still selling for $30,000. This make, model, year, still selling for $30,000. So I highly doubt that's a $30,000 repair, or whatever their figure is, 90%, whatever it is. So we'll have to see what happens. I might even go ahead and have them take care of that. I don't know. That's the part 2. I do have a couple videos coming up of the Grand Haven trip, which was, all in all, it wasn't terrible. We had a bad site. We had the hole punched in the front. But other than that, it really wasn't a bad trip. Well, and this at the end of the trip. But that's the update. That's the other half of that story. And, well, I'll tell you what, guys. Go ahead and drop comments. Have you ever wrecked your camper? Have you ever totaled a camper? Drop your comments. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I'll have another one ready for you Monday. At least I hope so. So, if I don't see you down in the comments, we'll see you in the campgrounds. Take it easy.